Philadelphia's 900 AM WURD Radio is tackling the tough issue of cultural appropriation as part of the speakers event tomorrow night. Black Music Matters. The Blue-Eyed Soul Takeover takes a look at changes happening to the music industry. Sara Lomax-Reese is the president and general manager of WURD Radio, and she's here with Dr. James Braxton Peterson, the director of Africana Studies at Lehigh University. He's one of the panelists for tomorrow night's speaker series. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
Sara, let's start with you. Tell me why WURD is hosting this event.
Well, June is Black Music Month, and we always make a very sincere effort to reach out to the community with issues that are topical and relevant to our community. And we know that this issue of cultural appropriation, especially right now with the issue with Rachel Dolezal, is a very hot issue. But we're looking at it within the context of music, and we have a dynamic panel, an amazing group of people: Dr. Peterson, Deanna Williams, Carvin Hagens, and DJ Rich Medina. We're really looking forward to a robust conversation.
We're going to get to the, because that's a rich issue, the Rachel Dolezal situation. But Doctor, let me ask you, you're known as a hip-hop scholar, so tell us about your study of black music and why it's so relevant.
It is. I mean, I've been studying hip-hop culture for over 2 decades now, and people know how popular it is, but people are not always aware of how enmeshed it is in black musical traditions. And so I think it's relevant today when you think about the issues of appropriation, because there are so many different people who do hip-hop music. There are people from all over the world who create rap music, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's not a black musical form. And so one of the challenges for us is to think about what the sort of integrity is of black music and black musical history, even in a moment where cultural appropriation is a regular feature of popular music.
All right, let's get to the subject, because you broached the subject of Rachel Dolezal, the NAACP director in Washington State who just resigned. She was on the Today Show. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I did.
She said something interesting. She said she identified with the black experience, but I'm not sure exactly what she meant by that. Can you guys offer some insight?
Well, she actually said she was black, right? And so I think it's something different to say you identify with the black experience. A lot of folk can identify with it because it's been so well articulated through film and through music and through history. But to claim it as an identity is something a little bit different. I think that's where people are pushing back a bit, because for a white person to claim a black identity, it's kind of an inversion of like the history of passing and like all the sort of complications that we've seen with blackness and race in America.
And I think it's more of a mental health issue, quite frankly, than something that is, you know, about identity and things like that. She really went, you know, way beyond.
Yeah, she crossed some lines.
Just embracing black culture. She you know, identified as black. She went to great lengths to kind of create a false situation, many false situations around her quote-unquote blackness, and I think that it really was, it really speaks to her mental state as much as anything else.
Is it offensive to you? Now, I have a culture, and I appreciate when people can identify with my culture and love my culture, appreciate my culture. But I don't know that I appreciate people who, you know, just want to be or think that they understand my culture or my racial experience. Do you feel that way about?
I think that
self-identity?
I mean, honestly, I'm not necessarily offended. I think that she's kind of a pathological, you know, liar. I mean, not to cast dispersions, but I think that she's got a real problem, and I have compassion for somebody who has deep-rooted problems like that.
Dr. Peterson,
there are a lot of people who are offended, though, and the reason why is because it seems disrespectful to the long history of the black experience. You can't claim it in that way without understanding that you're offending some folks who actually come from that tradition and come from those experiences. So very complicated issue.
We'll have to leave it there and make that the last word. Appreciate so much both of you for coming on today. WURD Speaks, Black Music Matter, the Blue-Eyed Soul Takeover is happening tomorrow at the Painted Bride Arts Center. That's at 230 Vine Street in Philadelphia. The reception begins at 5. The discussion takes place from 5:30 to 7:30. For more information, just go to our website, NBC10.com, and check out the NBC10 app. Thank you both. Sara?
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys coming in.
Thanks.
Thank you.